What's up, Chicago? How you guys doing? So, CM Punk canceled. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. I've been writing about pro wrestling for over 20 years now. I've been doing it for about 15 and a half years full time. There are tons and tons of eclectic, amazing, driven, passionate personalities. But CM Punk stands out amongst all of them. You want to talk about a driven individual. He started out right here in Chicago with the LWF and supermarket shopping cart death matches and things like that. Rose through the blood and gut trenches of IWA Mid-South, became one of the definitive Ring of Honor talents, and went all the way to the top at WWE as the longest reigning WWE champion since the early days of Hulk Hogan. He's had an amazing career, and several years ago it ended like that. But he's moved on. He's done a lot of other things. We're going to talk about that as well. You can call him the Second City Superstar. You can call him a Second City Saint. You can call him a straight-edge superstar. He is CM Punk, and he is the best in the world. This is yours. Hello.
Take my hat off so you can all see me better.
So you didn't cancel.
No, I didn't. I wanted to send out, I told Conrad this when I saw him today, I wanted to send out a tweet that said I was too sunburned to attend Starrcast, but I think with everybody constantly pulling out, dropping off, like whatever, I thought maybe it'd give him a heart attack, so I decided against it.
Yeah, I think Conrad might have had a coronary if that went out.
Yeah. My wife shaved my head last night, so if you guys notice any like weird patchiness, you know, you can blame her.
So this is the first time in a lot of years you've been in front of a pro wrestling audience. You've done C2E2 and you've done other pop culture conventions. What does it feel like to be back inside the pro wrestling environment for a little bit? Is it fun? Is it weird?
So I think every environment is a pro wrestling environment, and I don't necessarily know that's just because of me and my past and where I come from and everything, but like I'm immediately reminded of a couple years ago at the New York Comic Con when I got to do a panel with Jim. I hosted the panel for Jim Starlin.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, and so Jim Starlin obviously he created like every single Marvel character that you all love watching movies about. Jim has pretty much have his fingerprints all over it. So, like, there was a very pro wrestling crowd. You know what I mean? Like, I was getting pro wrestling questions, and I was like, let's talk about Jim, because I was there to talk about Jim. And same thing, hosted a panel for Don Coscarelli last year at the New York Comic Con, and it was a very pro wrestling crowd. So I just feel like no matter where I go, it's always a pro wrestling crowd, and I just think that's because pro wrestling is American pop culture. I think at some point in your life, everybody has liked pro wrestling.
All right, so let's...